The old woman glued her loose skin shut. She was going to meet the young king that night, and she needed to maintain her youthful appearance. However, after a night of tenderness, the king saw a wrinkled old witch. In a rage, he threw the old woman off a cliff. But she not only survived the fall, but she soon became queen. Just a few days ago, the old woman was singing in the courtyard. Her heavenly voice piqued the king's interest. He was about to see her face when the old woman shyly retreated to her room. This convinced the king that she was a young, beautiful woman. So he ordered a precious jewel necklace to be sent to the girls. But no one knew they were just two wrinkled old women. The old women were so happy that they almost forgot their own age. That night, the king knocked on their door. He made a passionate confession, hoping to obtain the most beautiful woman in the world. The old woman then lowered her voice to the king.
Oh, my heart's a flutter. I feel faint.
This drove the king even further insane. The old woman promised the king that she would let him touch one of her fingers in a week. The king left, contented. To perfectly deceive the king, the sister smeared lard on her finger every day, soaked it in 50-degree water, and then tightly wrapped it with a cloth. But a week later, when she removed the cloth, her finger remained unchanged, still wrinkled. At that very moment, the king arrived as promised. At this perilous moment, she was surprised to find that the finger her sister often sucked was like the finger of an 18-year-old girl. She then thrust her sister's finger through the crack of the door. Upon seeing her sister's delicate finger, the king lost his mind. He hoped to meet the old woman tonight. The old woman said she would go to the castle to see the king, but she was very shy, so no lights were allowed in the castle at night. So the king returned and had his soldiers blow out all the candles while he waited for the beautiful woman to arrive. The old woman had her sister glue the loose skin shut with strong glue. As evening fell, the old woman arrived at the king's chambers. The king noticed nothing amiss. It wasn't until the next day that he discovered the girl he'd been dreaming of was actually the old woman. Furious, he threw her off a cliff. However, the old woman survived the fall. Not long after, a wizard passed by and cast a spell on the old woman. Miraculously, her wrinkles began to disappear, and she transformed into a beautiful young woman. She resolved to seek revenge on the king. Follow. The rest of the story came soon.